kick off, set it off, go to Vegas, bet it all, put it on the Bucs to win, whoever they gon' play gon' fall. Don't say I ain't told y'all, loose cannons gon' fold y'all. Yeah, the Heat be 9-3, but it gets real cold in the fall. That's when the season start, Bucs come in 40 hard, win after win, ripping the division apart. Panthers, they pussycats, Falcons got bird flu, take the Ravens and Dolphins and open up a zoo. Cause one thing's for sure, better than the Bucs, they show lane. No, and every day in Tampa Bay, we say fuck the Saints. We in Tampa Bay, baby. 813 going crazy. Tampa, boy. This Bucs podcast be the greatest. Loose cannons blasting on them haters. And we in Tampa Bay, baby. Tell them where you from. 813 going crazy. Yeah. This Bucs podcast be the greatest. Loose cannons blasting on them haters. Now when I say the loose cannons, what? Do you know what I mean? I'm talking Bobby Latte, Stank Bastard, and Samurai Lee. You ain't never seen no her before, no podcast like this. These boys they entertain you, then take you on road trips, go to other cities, raid and pillage, watch the Bucs kick ass. If we in the stands and fans talk shit, we gon' whoop them fans. You'll see us in the red and pewter with the white and black. Might be high, drunk as fuck, straight talking smack. If it's a home game, best believe you gon' hear this chant. It be like BUCCANEERS.
What is up, Bucs Nation? It is December 16th, 2024, and you are watching the Loose Cannons Podcast. I'm your host, the Samurai Ali, hanging out with my favorite intern, Stank Bastard, with the Slim Jim in his mouth. And listen, before I dive into this game with you, Stank, I don't want to say too much about this, but I fucking nailed it, dude. I mean, I absolutely nailed every topic that we discussed on Thursday's show about this game. I was correct. I mean, we'll get into this, but listen, before I forget, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and of course, don't forget, it is Victory Monday for the 4th time in a row, and that means you get to save 13% on the entire Loose Cannons merch website by using the discount code Victory Monday at checkout. We got a ton of cool shit, including the Victory Monday t-shirts, which now come in like 4 or 5 different options. We got the Fuck the Saints shirts. We got the Fire the Cannons tees. We got a ton of cool stuff. Saints are coming to town soon, so get those orders in now. Get them ready. Stank. The Bucs went to LA, and not only did they win a game, they absolutely dismantled a physical Harbaugh coach team, okay? Yep. And they shocked them, pun intended, okay? 27-0 second half explosion by the offense. The Bucs win 40-17. Intern Izzy is with us, by the way. I forgot to introduce him because I'm still new to this whole, having 2 interns deal. But Stank, what a fucking day, huh? What a Sunday we had. A 4 o'clock kickoff. California just loved, dude. It was awesome.
It was, first half had me punching the air, like for most people. And so I'm still a little bit angry for them doing that to me. Second quarter, this team just shouldn't play in the second quarter. Should give that stupid punter some punts in the second quarter because we didn't deserve to play. But second half, they played like we all know that they can play, right? That's what you want. That was a bukkake of Buccaneer football all over the LA Rams and their terrible fan base. Oh, I always complain about our fans. I'm like the Karen of complaining about Bucs fans and our also terrible fan base. Bucs fans showed the fuck up. I mean, I got video after tweet after tweet, people at me like crazy. They took over that dump of a $5 billion stadium.
I mean, last time we went to LA, there was a bunch of Bucs fans at that when the Bucs played the Rams.
Yep.
Still feel like we should have won that game. Deshaun Jackson.
Oh, you mean the game where somebody tried to jump me after the game? Yeah, I remember that game.
You have very jumpable, just personality, I think it is.
Yeah, I did. They hunted me down. They found me after the game. That's okay, though.
The Rams fans on Twitter found you. So let's jump in, Stank. We're talking about this game. Let's jump into the offensive side of the ball because that's the exciting stuff. That's where the fireworks are happening. Just another explosion by Liam, who wasn't just deep in his bag. He was deep in his Santa bag. He was just handing out touchdowns. making Baker look like Santa Claus himself. It was awesome to see. But man, they are kind of being historic, especially from a Bucs perspective. These guys were, I mean, listen, Baker was 22-27, 4 touchdowns. He had that pick that wasn't necessarily a bad decision, just a bad, throw, placed it in the wrong spot. He owned it. But Mike Evans, 9 catches, 159 yards, 2 touchdowns. The only 2 targets he didn't catch were Baker Mayfield, gaffes of throws. Bucky Irving goes over 100 yards again. We got 505 total yards of offense from the Dungy days to now. 505 total yards, which is the second time we've done it in one season. We ran the ball for over 200 yards. And, of course, we dropped 40 points on the NFL's #1 scoring defense, Stank, in their house.
Yeah.
Liam, Baker, Jalen McMillan, Mike Evans, these guys all are just right now, they're clicking. And this is without a Chris Godwin. I said this was going to be a big part of it. Like, if they could score points in this game, they'd be able to basically take the game over. And it played out exactly like that. I was not expecting 500 yards of offense. But, man, it felt like the Green Bay game from last year where Baker was just dialed in. This one he threw a pick in. He had a couple of weird throws. But other than that, it was really a fucking show, man. What a show against that defense.
It felt a lot like the Saints game. It's funny you mentioned 500 yards in the Tony Dungy era. That's because we only got 500 yards in the entire time that Tony Dungy was coaching the Bucs.
Total.
We had 500 yards of offense in the 7 or 8 years. I don't know how long Tony Dungy was here. It's that long ago, right? And you mentioned Liam and Santa and, the Christmas spirit. He looks like an elf. If you really think about it, he looks like a stupid, ugly elf. Put one of those little green hats on him. Put like one of those vests on him and shit. He would be the perfect fucking elf.
So he's
our elf on the shelf.
He's loading Santa's bag with toys, right? And then Santa's coming out there and he's just slinging them all around the field. Listen, we talked about J-Mac in on the Thursday night show, Stank. We talked about how this guy's got to wake up and continue to do what he's doing. Another great game. He's put back-to-back performances together. He had 2 touchdowns last week. He had 1 this week. Another season high in terms of catches, or career high in terms of catches and yards. Kid made catches that mattered across the middle. Did a little bit of Chris Godwin type stuff. Did a little bit of gadgety type. I mean, I'm impressed, man. And he stepped up. Sterling Shepard stepped up. Obviously, Mike Evans is Mike Evans.
Jonas commenting from inside the whale says, speaking of elves, where's Izzy at?
I think he's still in his closet. Izzy, are you? There he is.
I'm here.
The closet.
I'm here.
Are you looking up? Stats? Are going to meet something today?
Oh yeah, of course I am. Matter of fact,
Stank. Listen, before I forget,
great. That's beautiful.
How about J-Mac doing more than just the touchdown passes here and there? That's the thing that stands out to me the most about him. He was actually making important catches, crucial movement of the ball, like conversions on 3rd down. And Baker looks more than comfortable throwing the ball to him. He had one that he should have caught that was an absolute rope, but I couldn't even blame him on that because he turned and the ball was just right in his face. Baker threw it a million miles an hour, but other than that, I mean, the kids stepped up the last 2 weeks, man. It's crazy. And if you get something like that opposite of Mike with this offense right now, man, 40 points seems like it's pretty easy.
It looked easy. And that was a Jameis type dagger down the seam. Jameis could always pitch it like that, with the fucking huge arm he had. That was beautiful to see, honestly. Mike's never covered. We all agree on that. I say it, from time to time. He's never covered. Get him the ball. I don't care if he's got 4 or 5 men around him. He will outdo those men. He'll climb those men, and he will end up with the ball in his hand. So I'm glad to see that Baker was just decided to say, fuck it. He threw a ugly pick. Didn't matter. There's no shaking that guy. Came back, slung it again, and they finally fed Mike. They need to continue to feed Mike. Izzy, how are you doing, man? What did you enjoy the game?
That game was a breath of fresh air in more ways than one. Very much enjoyed seeing, and I damn near called it. I said 35-17 was the score. They put 5 more on the board, so I'll take it. And before I forget, we have a super chat already. To all the people out there, if you want your comments heard on air, super chats, donate your money, give us the money, please and thank you.
Speaking of the chat, before you mention the super chat,
yes sir.
Evidently, the intro music's still playing.
No, I did that one on purpose. I just wanted to cut him off. Came back. Yeah, no, I did that
not
on purpose.
again.
All right, Izzy, go ahead and read that super chat, and we'll get back to actually doing the show.
All right, Lewis SoCal 1988 with the 9.99 super chat. Proud of all the Bucs fans that showed out yesterday, took over their crib, ate their food, and took their girl. Baker MVP, go Bucs.
Yep.
Dude, TC made the comment.
Izzy's glasses thick as a motherfucker. Okay.
Turn to the
Izzy
side.
looks
Izzy.
like Bobby. Wait,
Yeah.
Izzy looks like Bobby Lee from Mad TV.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Golly,
Hey,
yo,
if you-
hold on, man.
Yeah. Izzy's glasses are so thick that if the sun shines through him right, he will burn an ant pile. You know, like that shit would just like.
You mean
Light
like
that
the
shit
whole
on fire.
magnifying glass to an ant pile
Just
thing?
like that. Just
Oh,
like that.
Oh my god, dude. That was.
Oh, and by the way, 0 punts on the day. Like,
Good.
what the hell?
Fuck that stupid kit
Yeah,
punter.
we don't wanna
We
see
don't have
that
a
guy
punting
anymore.
problem if we never punt.
Exactly.
Bro, like,
Exactly, dude.
do you know the last time that a Liam Cohen Baker Mayfield duo had 0 punts on the day? You have to go back 2 years ago for that. And that's when Baker was on the Rams. On that
I'm
5 week
pretty
stint.
sure the Bucs had a game earlier this season where they didn't punt either.
Did they?
Yeah. You listen. I don't.
Hold
think
on, let me hold on.
You're not very good at this.
Hold on. now.
I love how he is inaccurate.
He's terrible.
He fits right in with us, bro.
Yeah.
Just hey, I believe it. Just say it and stand by it. Doesn't matter if it's true or not. Okay?
Mudfish
Right?
says your glasses are foggy as hell. I was gonna say the other day when they broke, I actually had to make a call into Safe Light to get them repaired. That's how fucking-
True. Hey, that's a true story. Safe Flight came through to the house and they're like, "Hey, we heard your glasses were broken." I was like, "Yeah, here you go."
The
No.
chat is just a straight up Izzy roast.
Yeah,
I
just a
fucking
roast.
yeah.
All
Oh,
right, so-
speaking of, don't we got that roast coming up on Friday?
Oh, that roast? You mean the one that was supposed to be Friday, but almost died on Friday? Okay, somebody injected me with something, bro. I was fucked up. I could barely talk on the Thursday show. So yeah, you can blame that one on me if you want.
Yeah.
But
Well, I hope everybody here keeps that energy the way they have it right now in the chat, because Friday, that roast session is going to happen.
oh, Izzy's
Sammer
preparing
and
written
Stank
material.
are going to bring their A game.
Izzy, you're not allowed to talk during that show. Just an FYI.
Oh no. I'm gonna let y'all have
I
that.
have a feeling
know
that
y'all
the
gonna
show
go
is
after
going to
it.
be 99% about you, though. You're not allowed to say anything, but I have a feeling every call is going to be about you.
Izzy's like, hold on. He brings me into the fold. He makes me an intern right before they launch the campaign and show where they can call in and roast the people on the show. It's like we're just sacrificing you to the chat. Basically, you're the sacrificial lamb.
Oh Lord.
Jonas says, am I still sick from Casey? Probably, bro. Those parasites are just slowly crawling through my intestinal tract, up into my organs, into my liver, into my heart, and eventually into my brain. So yeah, I'm probably gonna die from that Blackfoot that I got at KC.
We don't need that happening.
All right, Stank, let's move on. We talked about this offense, but now we got to talk about those big boys up front. The fat dudes that you love, the Bucs offensive line, man. We have some bullies on our hands, bro. This team went up to LA, okay? And this is, Jim Harbaugh's team, similar to John Harbaugh's team. Physical, in the trenches type of team. They don't get bullied around. They do the bullying, okay? That's how they win games. They make it slow, they make it grindy, and just make it dirty. Somehow we went up there and we bullied them. We ran the ball for 222 yards. And this is not something that just happened this past Sunday. This is something that's been happening. These guys have been on an absolute tear, especially just if we look just after the bye week. Giants, 156 rushing yards. At the Panthers, 236 rushing yards. Against the Raiders, 152 rushing yards. Yesterday, 222 rushing yards. They're averaging 192 yards rushing per game over the last 4. And overall, throughout the entire season, they're the 4th-ranked rushing offense. And that's before tonight's games are put into the stats. So they might even move up a little bit because of the 200-yard outing yesterday. Bucky, like I said earlier, had over 100 yards. Rashad, effective as well. He had, I believe, 60-something yards, 4-something carry. What's his name? I believe was over 6 yards a carry. I mean, these guys are running the ball just by being big motherfuckers, dude. And they are big. They are agile. That run by Bucky was just perfectly blocked. O'Keefe's amazing block to spring that whole thing into action. But Stank, we are running the ball in December effectively, efficiently. Not too many lost, tackle behind the line type scenarios going on with the run game that, as we've seen over the last 5 years. We're running the ball heading into the playoffs where you need to be able to run the ball most of the time to be able to get deep into the playoffs. Most of the time, most of those teams get deeper in the playoffs because they can run the ball and they can stop the run. But focusing on the offensive side of the ball, Stank, we got ourselves an actual run game, and it doesn't matter who's touching that ball. They're moving the sticks, man.
It's a welcome change. Really, ever. We never had a running game like this in my recollection. We had some good seasons with Cadillac. Doug had a couple good seasons, or a season or two, but we played bully ball against a team that plays bully ball. We talked about, none of us were extremely confident going into this game against the Chargers because of how physical they are. Puna was throwing the rookie around a little bit in the middle. That guy is a big dude, but really outside of that, we had our way with him, and it's demoralizing. It really is, man. That last drive, I think we got the ball back with 9 minutes and just continue to just milk the clock. That is the greatest shit ever. That will make any coach come in his pants on the sidelines. So, I'm not going to assume anything, but they all look pretty happy at the end of that game.
You think Liam Cohen changed his pants in the fourth quarter?
No, I feel like he's the kind of guy, he doesn't really care. He's just going to go on with his business.
He's a let it crust up on the skin, wipe it off later in the shower guy.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. Most gingers are.
So I think there was a couple years with Warwick and Allstott where we were really dominant with that 1-2 punch. It was really just kind of our bread and butter. I believe it was the year we had Stecker as our offensive coordinator. He called it the green zone and not the red zone, and we were really efficient in the red zone. But, yeah, man, being able to do what we did yesterday, Stank, and being able to do it so far throughout the entire season, outside of maybe the first 3-4 weeks, they've changed what they've run. They've run the things that are better suited for the offensive linemen themselves. They're using Rashad in a way that makes sense. I still think they can sprinkle in more passes to him. Bucky's being used properly. They both had 15 carries yesterday. That means he ran the ball 30 times. I believe Tucker had a handful as well. So they ran the ball over 30 times yesterday, even if you factor in Baker's rushing, but their offensive line is just dominating, dude. And we talked about, would they be able to do that against a defense like this? And then would they be able to withstand them trying to do it to us? We talked about the offensive lines and how it's going to be in the trenches. And we end up being the team that runs the ball down the opposition's throat. Yep. And it's been, like I said, for the past 4 weeks, over 150 yards in every single game. 2 of those going over 200 yards. One of those without Bucky Irving, by the way. That was with Rashad White and Sean Tucker. So it seemingly doesn't matter. They're playing physical football, which, again, keeps the pressure off of your defense because you're milking the clock. You're talking about, you're demoralizing the other side. And when you're just getting bludgeoned over and over and over again, not only are you getting tired, but eventually you're just like, dude, I cannot stop it. I know what they're trying to do. You get frustrated. You see guys like Derwin James blitzing to try to stop the run, and then, fakey chip by Rashad. It turns into a nice little screen pass for a touchdown. It opens up so much for their offense, and it looks like they're understanding, Liam especially, how to run to open up the pass, how to pass open up the run, and they're finding this rhythm, man, and it's fucking awesome to see. To see a game like that where we feel like the Ravens running the ball, that's fucking impressive, man.
Listen, I'm glad you brought up Derwin James. Okay, we're gonna go back in the time machine a little bit and get ready to clip this right here, Izzy. Okay, because this needs to go out to the entire Bucs Nation. A lot of you owe Jason Light an apology from years ago. Years ago, when you were so upset that he didn't draft Derwin James and instead drafted Vita Vea. You called him every name in the book. You hated him. You wanted to throw him out of town. And clearly we know, we know how good Vita Vea is. We already know he was the right pick times 10. But seeing them on the same field, Derwin just missing tackles, missing run fits, just not willing to get in there, looking lost out there. Our run game just bulldozing them. We took their will away. Did Khalil Mack even play yesterday?
He did.
Did he?
Yeah.
I saw the big nose Bosa out there. He didn't really do a whole lot.
He made that one play where he got his mitt in on Rashad before Rashad could protect the ball in time, and he pulled that fumble out. But other than that play, I don't remember him.
Yeah, I don't even remember that
making
play.
a play.
I don't even remember that play. So yeah, we took their will, and Vita Vea, the whole Vita Vea Derwin James controversy. was put to rest yesterday. We made the right pick. Vita just played his ass off, destroyed up the middle. And I know we're going to get to the other side of the line, the other line of scrimmage, which we also dominated.
Yeah. Izzy was supposed to answer a question or something. I don't know. But listen,
no, I was saying, get ready to clip that because y'all owe Jason Light an apology.
Listen, I'm a Florida State guy, and I would have been excited if we had drafted Derwin James in that moment. But I'm also of the belief that you got to build the trenches before anything else. You could draft a safety, and sometimes even to an extent, you can draft a great corner. And they don't really affect the game if you don't have a pass rush, if you don't have an ability to stop the run, that kind of. And back then, we had nothing on that team. Like, we needed a guy that could affect the line of scrimmage. If we would have drafted Derwin James, he would have not had an impact on most of the games. And if we still had him to this point, and we had somehow kept him and re-signed him or whatever had played out, then maybe now he would be effective. But also, we would not have Antoine Winfield Jr., who I think is way better. And I'm a Florida State guy, so it all happens for the right reason. It happened exactly how it should have happened. Vita Vea is a Buccaneer.
Hey, go ahead. Say fuck Derwin James.
Fuck Derwin James.
There we go.
Fuck him. I mean, yeah,
that's not that hard.
Wasn't that hard? No, not that hard at all. But yeah, Stank, listen, the other side of the ball, a lot of people talking shit throughout, that losing streak about the defense, about Todd Bowles' defense. But man, I know they haven't faced great opponents coming out of the bye until yesterday. This is a team that was 7-5, 8-5. I can't remember what their record was. But the defense is, I believe, only allowing 15 or 16 points a game. Okay, they did this against yesterday the Chargers team who likes to run the ball, likes to play physical, and still somehow scores touchdowns. They're a good football team. Are they great? No. Are they division leaders? No. But these guys hung with the Kansas City Chiefs. They've hung with a bunch of opponents. It could have possibly, a couple lucky bounces, beaten the Ravens at some point. They got out physical in that game. But back to Todd Bowles' defense. He's kind of started to adapt his scheme, Stank. You notice some different things happening out there, and it's more aggressive. He's got a little bit more. He's still playing that zone, but the way he's blitzing, it's getting to the quarterback. He's had a 6-man front yesterday. He had options where it was just Levante as the only linebacker on the field. He had corners DBs all over the field. The blitz with Levante is more frequent. The way he's using Kalijah Cansey, dropping JTS into coverage as a cover linebacker with his length, it's not actually that bad. He's doing okay. It's actually working. We saw Ryan Neal play linebacker yesterday at one point, and nothing bad happened. So we have to give some credit to Todd Bowles and being able to adapt and figure out ways to move guys around and make this work. And listen, the other 3 games, I get it. Shitty opponents. But yesterday, to stop the Chargers team going to before halftime, that Rachaad White fumble, Stank, we'd already thrown the pick. It turned into 7. It was 17-10. Immediately we all thought, fuck, it's about to be 24-10. This game's going to be over. It's going to be over. We just gave them back-to-back turnovers. It's over. And the Bucs defense went out there in that moment, didn't flinch and stopped them, got the ball right back. We marched down the field. We get a field goal going into halftime. The defense talks. The offense talks to come out. 27-0 in the second half there. And the defense, I mean, look at this, Stank. This is what the Chargers did in the second half on offense. 3 and out, punt. Next possession, punt. Next possession, interception. Next possession, turnover on downs. Next possession, turnover on downs. Next possession, fumble. And they were outscored 27-0, completely shut out. They got to Herbert. They were pressuring him if they weren't getting sacks. They were all over this guy. They were causing turnovers. Vi Jones causing 2 fumbles on back-to-back plays. What? That's ridiculous. I mean, and Jamel Dean catching the ball. We talked about it. Can Jamel Dean step up, Stank? What did Jamel Dean do, Stank? You owe him an apology right now because you said he wasn't going to do it on Thursday, and he fucking did it yesterday.
I saw a highlight today. So, somebody posted the highlight of Jamel Dean, that interception. I almost thought he was going to drop it again. Even in the highlight. I thought he dropped it
even
though I knew he caught it, the highlight made me nervous. But yeah, good job, Jamel. All right. Way to fight that ball into your chest and not let touch the ground and all those good things, right? That was the dagger. And the defense held the offense down in the first half. That game could have easily swung the opposite direction. Offense woke up in the second half. Defense continued to put the hammer down. Whatever Todd Bowles dialed up worked. Bear was shook. I think he's feeling the pressure. He wasn't feeling healthy, and our pass rush was getting to him. So overall, kudos to you, Todd Bowles. All right. I know you don't hear the noise. There's no way you could possibly listen to the disgusting things that this fan base says about you. And I know you don't care. You just don't care. You're made differently. Right now, you have this team in position to win this division. Oh, by the way, you know, we have one less win than the Baltimore Ravens right now. I mean, just think about that for a second, right? How you haven't felt that good the entire. Most fans haven't felt that good about the season, but we have one less win than they do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a tale of 2 seasons, 4 wins in a row, man. That kind of heals all of the ills that we had because it was ugly there for a while. Now they just need to continue to put the hammer down. What I'm concerned about, we'll talk more about this on Thursday, is now everybody's singing the praises again. And I feel like there's a pattern with that behavior where everybody's like, oh, the Bucs are great and we feel so good about ourselves. And then we fucking lay an egg in our next performance. And I'm hoping that they're still angry, that they still come out feeling disrespected and finish this season with 3 straight wins. You know, that's got to be what happens, right?
I think they understand it now, Stank. And Todd Bowles kind of spoke to it, how this team, they understand the assignment. They understand what's going, like they don't quit. They bounce back. They have a very special mentality within that locker room. I think it starts a lot with Baker's never die attitude. It's kind of permeated throughout the rest of the guys. Obviously, Mike Evans is one of those types of dudes as well. But for them to come out, remember we talked about would the Chargers do what the Chargers do, or would they say the Bucs are not good at this, let's try to do that? They passed the ball a lot more than they usually did in the first half. They tried to attack us in that way, and their secondary stepped up, man, and they gave up those touchdowns early on, but they adjusted. We're playing with duct tape guys out there, Ryan Neal linebacker, these safeties that are practice squad guys at best, and they played well. Merriweather played well. Zion McCollum played well. Izzian had a couple of moments here and there, played well. Tyke didn't play that well, and we still had a pretty good outing as a unit. Levante David, fucking just unbelievable. One of the best games he's had.
What did you want to say to Levante David?
In years. He was ridiculous. Levante David, unbelievable.
Did you want to say something to Levante?
No, I'm going to continue criticizing him because I'm on a streak right now. I criticize, they respond. They shut me up. I'm glad to be shut up by that. I mean, it's fine by me. But at the end of the day, man, it's been awesome. It's been awesome to see them do what they're doing.
The stream freeze?
No, we are here. I'm live.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I think it was Zoom. Zoom had a little hiccup there. But no, just all of it, collectively, the defense. Kalijah Cansey, Stank. What a fucking dog. Just Vita Vea causing havoc in the middle. But, man, seeing Levante do what he was doing, like I said, and then that entire secondary stepping up and making those changes. Like, if there was ever a guy in the last 5 games of the season that was going to torch this secondary, it was going to be Herbert. That was the guy. He was going to be the guy that tore us apart. And we made him look confused. He was skittish. We got in his face early. And that's you got to give kudos to Todd Bowles, being able to adjust the scheme in a way that where those blitzers were finally getting there. He had a 6-man front, dude. When was the last time you saw a 6-man front, Stank, that wasn't at goal line? It was a half field. It was a 50-yard line. He was blitzing when he had the lead. He wasn't going to give them anything. That was the one that ended up turning into an interception for, like, just, again, overall, the defense has kind of been shit on, especially while we're playing these shitty teams that's still playing well. But yesterday, they stepped up. They played well. They deserve the fucking kudos, man. They were awesome.
They played well the entire game through. Izzy, you were going to say something?
Yeah. 2 things. First off, we got a super chat, $5 from Tope Daddy. The meltdown in Detroit is glorious to say. You're going to win the Super Bowl like it's a far gone conclusion. Never piss off the football gods. 13 for life.
Nobody hates the Lions more than Tope Daddy.
Tope Daddy. Somebody commented in the chat that they were the number 1 scoring defense. We dominated and pushed them around all game. Only 1 holding call all game. No, actually, there was two holding calls on Graham Barton yesterday. 2 Baker big runs. Right? Yeah, 2 big. One by Baker, and I believe the other one was by Rashad or
Baker.
Buck. We had a big 2 big gains that came back because of Graham Barton, who has played okay, played well throughout the season. But I think he's starting to hit that rookie wall, Stank, where usually the season is over, and now there's more games still happening in the NFL. Not saying he's out of shape or anything like that, but he's kind of struggled the last 2 weeks. He's gotten nicked for, I believe, 3 holding penalties the last 2 weeks alone. I don't like that. Hopefully it's just a little bit of a hiccup, something he can work on. He's also going up against some guys that are going to make his life a little hard for him as a rookie or any starting center in the league at that. But other than that, yeah, we physically dominated them like we were talking about earlier, man. And just to see that against, like, I was not expecting us to win that way at all. I was not.
Speaking of domination, Sam, we have like 150 people watching live right now, and only like on my screen, like 30 likes. So I want you guys to dominate the like button. Okay, subscribe, dominate, put your dick on the like button right now. Everybody in the chat, if you don't have a dick, go find one and put it on the like button right now. I'm sick of this shit. Okay. I'm sick of it. Like the show, subscribe. Like we're here toiling away. Me and Sam for the last how many hours did we work behind the scenes to provide this beautiful show for you, and you don't even want to like it? Absolutely unacceptable behavior.
Yeah, listen, Izzy, you were supposed to tell people at the 20-minute mark about liking and subscribing. And
well, here. I was actually keeping up with some of the stats like you want me to, and
what do you got? What do you got to give us?
What incorrect stat do you want to share with everybody right now? Go.
What stat do we have to fact check live? Go.
The fact that we kept the Chargers to 174 passing yards, and the fact that we kept them to 32 rushing yards for the entire game.
Yeah, that is impressive. A team that has made its bones by just running down people's throats. I feel like they looked at our game film and were like, we can pass on this team.
Yep.
We're gonna be a passing team today. And Todd Bowles had other ideas. And then when they did try to run the ball on us, they found out it's not so easy against this front when they're motivated. The team just came out motivated yesterday. That energy, and you could talk about game plan and all that kind of shit. The energy was there. They were hungry. They came in. They felt good about themselves. They didn't blink. Even with the turnovers, they didn't blink. They came out of halftime, fist balled up,
ready, and
just absolutely punched them in the fucking face, man. I said it, I tweeted it. Big boy win, bro. Put your chest out. That felt great on a team that nobody can make excuses now. Oh, you played down this.
That was a big win.
No, big boy win. They needed it as much as we did, and we stole. We came in there and stole it from them. So, kudos.
Listen, I didn't want to say this to you, Izzy, because I don't want to continually have to spank you in front of everybody. But it's Victory Monday, okay? This is your second Monday on the show. Actually, it's your third Monday on the show, honestly. And no victory shades on your face again. I feel like I don't have to tell you that. I'm not a micromanaging type of guy.
Wait, he's not allowed to wear victory shades?
No, he hasn't worn them. He's
wearing them right now.
He didn't. No.
Oh, he didn't have them on earlier.
No, he didn't have them on earlier. No.
What the fuck is he?
Yeah, and I've been waiting. I didn't want to be the guy to have to say something.
I wear glasses because I can't see.
Okay, so go get a prescription windshield. Ain't that fucking difficult?
Yeah, go buy prescription sunglasses tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah, you got 3 more games plus all the playoff games are going to win. You're going to be using them often. Yeah. So tonight, go on whatever eyeball website you can get prescription sunglasses because we're in for the long run. You got to wear them all the way through the Super Bowl.
Hey, will do. Matter of fact, the next time you see me, these suckers we glued on.
Or just do like me and B-Shuck and all the other old dudes. Put your sunglasses on over your prescription glasses and just double it up. All right. Just do what old men do. It's okay. You don't have to be ashamed. All right. Just wear double glasses. Cause I often do it. I don't have prescription sunglasses on the road. I'll double it up. You might see me on the road, 2 glasses on my face. What are you going to say? I don't really care. Okay. Sometimes you got to do that to win. You got to go the extra mile like we did yesterday on the field. And you can't be concerned about what other people are going to say about you. All right. Nothing says justice for Izzy. People are starting to get your back now. I think they feel like it's been too much. Sammer's been too tough on you. People don't know. Before we were even on today, Sammer has just been absolutely berating Izzy, like off camera.
I'm coaching him. I can't coach. I mean, what's the point of being an intern if you're not going to learn, right? That's the point. It's a mentorship of sorts, right? That's true. Apprenticeship of sorts, right? I can't just give you the book of spells and expect you to know how to fucking do it. I got to teach you how to hold your wand. I can teach you how to move your wand around, how to properly, touch your wand. You got to touch it in a certain way. That's a big deal, right? Stank?
It is a big deal. It is a big deal.
You don't just learn to do that on your own. You need someone to help you along the way, to guide you. And be like, listen, no, don't put that there. No, pull it down. Yeah, there you go. Now, then, no, you don't want to slap that with that. You want to slap it. Yeah, see, now you're
Thankfully, I never needed an older man over my shoulder to teach me all those things. They just came instinctively. Speaking of instincts, and instinctively, and I didn't say that word right, but you guys get it. What about that rookie running back? King Cook says, let's give the rookies some love. What about that rookie running back, Bucky Irvin? One wheel. For those who don't know, he's been hurt the entire season. You're seeing
not the whole season.
No, he came out of camp with a foot injury.
Yeah, but this past Friday was the first
different
time
injury, but I'm saying we haven't seen 100% healthy Bucky Irving. So he's always been a little dinged up. Yes, he had a different injury, but what about that kid? What about him, man?
Yeah,
I mean, 15 carries, 117 yards on the day. That's coming off of a back injury that he sustained, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, returning a punt.
And he didn't play. He played sparingly in the last game against the Raiders. Rashad stepped up, and then this past Friday, they said he came out, he looked better, and they're like, yeah, we were going to get the real Bucky. He was part of that offensive explosion we talked about earlier, and part of the Bucs, bullying offensive line we talked about. Bucs are like I said, man, they're running the ball. It doesn't matter who's getting the ball, but he brings this extra juice, this explosive playmaking ability. I thought he had a 75-yard touchdown. If he was a 4-3 guy, that would have been a touchdown easily.
Oh yeah.
So
I'd say if he's healthy, he scored right there.
Oh yeah, he definitely would have scored that one.
I thought he looked like he was running pretty healthy, honestly. I don't think he had the right angle, and then that one guy just caught him. That play was huge. The only thing that was upsetting about that is we ended up taking some sort of 15-yard penalty we somehow only kicked a field goal on that drive when he almost scored a touchdown on that run. So had a little bit of a hiccup there. If we could nitpick.
The best part about it is he was angry after that run. Normally when you run 70 yards, you get subbed out because you just ran 70 yards and you're out of breath. He wouldn't come out of the game. He got the next carry. It wasn't for, anything, but still, like, he was angry probably at himself for not scoring right there. He just feel like he's an angry guy. If you look at him, the interview him after the game, he's never satisfied. He's like, oh yeah, cool. No. I did 100. Like, he brings some attitude to that locker room, to that offense. He just doesn't care. He wants to fuck you up. And you love guys like that. We've got a lot of nice guys on this team. It's nice to have a guy that just doesn't come off as the nicest guy, especially to the opponents. I met him in person, nice dude, but
even in post-game interviews and in the locker room, it just seems like he's just fucking mad all the time, which is great. I like it. I like the T.O. Antonio Brown attitude. It's just, you need that guy on your team. Like Warren Sapp was always extremely unpleasant to deal with. But you know what? You need that.
Still is.
Yeah, still is. You need that.
Still is.
But the way they've used him and Rashad together, Rashad kind of, wears down the defense for a little bit, and then they pop him, Bucky in, and then Bucky makes them chase him around, and then they pop Rashad in, and now Rashad's running against guys that are a little bit more tired. And it's really, they're working it well, man. Honestly, 15 carries apiece, that was awesome. You weren't going into that game thinking, man, the Bucs are gonna be able to run the ball 30 plus times, because then you're thinking either we're behind and the game's out of reach and we're just trying to get home, or like that's crazy. That means you dominated and controlled that game from the start. And I don't think we talk enough about, Stank, the offense starting with the possession of the ball almost every single week, it seems like, and then scoring more often than not. They are scoring the first time they touch the ball. That is such a game changer for the entire team. It sets everything in motion. Fireworks right off the bat, and immediately the other team is chasing you, and the defense can come out there with more juice. We've seen the opposite happen for so many years. Even when Tom Brady was here, we would start slow. Offense wouldn't be the first team to score, and it would just be like we're playing catch-up, finally making the other team play catch-up and play at our pace. That game immediately felt like it was going to be a track meet. From the very moment we scored that first touchdown, I was like, we're being for a barn burner. And they went 7-7, then they went 10-10. I was like, oh shit, we're in for a fucking shootout. But that's not the game that the Chargers ever want to play. They want to play slow, get out, grind it out game. We immediately forced our rhythm and our pace into the game, and that changed the whole dynamic of it, because they were not going to be able to keep up with the Phoenix Suns versus, the I don't know, the Spurs old school, Tim Duncan type of game. Just basketball.
We outcharged the Chargers. We did exactly what they wanted to do to us, to them. We were out physical both sides of the ball, and it is a new thing, for at least for me as a Bucs fan, to see a Bucs team come out and score consistently on the opening drive. That's a new thing for me. I don't even, usually I'm expecting it's just not going to happen. And now it's a regular thing. They come out. That just shows you Liam Cohen's IQ as a coach. And we do need to talk about the elephant in the room, because I've seen it in the comments like crazy. I've seen it all over Twitter. We win, and people are happy we won, and everybody's enjoying the fact that our destiny is in our own hands. But consistently, I'm seeing Bucs fans worried about us losing Liam Cohen. So we should speak on that for a second, because I think that this organization might have to make a tough decision at the end of the year. And I get it. It's a good problem to have. And we should focus on these last 3 games and hopefully into the playoffs. And then at that point, trust Jason Light and this ownership group to make the right decision. But might we lose this guy now?
I don't think so, Stank. And here's the thing. If Todd Bowles wins out, wins the NFC South, it turns his team around from the losing streak they were on, and they win what it'd be like 6 straight games, wins a playoff game, 7 straight games, maybe goes up to Detroit. You never know. Wins 7 or 8 games. You can't fire that guy. I feel like you just can't. And if he's not trying to retire, you just have to try to figure out a way to get Liam Cohen to stay, build some loyalty. Hey, listen, 1 more year. We're going to make you the highest paid guy behind the scenes. We're going to build this up so that you take over. And I think at the end of the day, if we compare him to Johnson of the Lions, that offensive coordinator, he's been picky with where he wants to go. And Liam knows, I'm here, I get Baker, Baker gets me, I've got Mike Evans, I've got a lot of what I've been building, it's already here. If I take a job, say, the New York Jets, you're starting all over again, and you're playing with a bunch of fucking nonsense. You're playing with garbage. Even if you draft a quarterback, you're still playing with a rookie quarterback. It's not really a setup for success. So it could be a thing of, hey, I'd rather stay here. I'm a first-time play caller. I got a lot more to learn, because I think he's really good, and I think the Bucs organization at the very top understands who he is and what he is, and there's no way he's leaving this fucking building. And if that means we can't fire Todd because of what Todd just did, which, again, it makes sense, then I think there's still a way to keep him. Maybe build that loyalty behind the scenes. I just have a feeling he's not leaving if Todd doesn't step down. I still feel like he's going to be here. He's going to continue building what he's building, because I think the Bucs really do have a very special group, and they have a chance, if not this year, next year, to really make actual noise, and when they can actually spend some free agency money too in the offseason. I just have this feeling that he's going to look at it from the long-term perspective and not the short-term. But you're also hoping it's not a Bobby Slowick situation to where all of a sudden his offensive line takes a massive dump and he looks like a terrible play caller all of a sudden, right? So, but I just have this feeling it's a Ben Johnson type of scenario, and you never know,
That's
man.
A bit of wishful thinking.
I just think the organization values him so much that they're going to make him an offer that he can't refuse.
That he can't refuse?
Yeah.
You want to say that over again? They're going to do what?
They're going to make him an offer that he can't refuse.
One more time?
They're going to make him an offer that he can't refuse.
Okay, yeah, I mean, there we go. Okay. Maybe they will make him an offer he can't refuse, but maybe he's like, dude, I'm going to cash in. I just had a baby. I have no real ties and loyalty to this organization. I love Baker. I love what they're doing here, but money talks. So I might never get this opportunity again. I think that's probably more realistic.
Yeah, but Stank, I think he knows how good he is. He's one of those guys that's very confident in himself. And think about this. He's a first-time play caller, and he's doing stuff that Dave Canales didn't do as a first-time play caller. There's a lot of guys that are first-time play callers that are not doing anywhere near what Liam is doing right now. So you know his IQ is on a different level, and he's got the pieces. You go anywhere else, you are starting with a fucking empty cupboard, dude. It just, you're not getting this opportunity. And I think him and Baker are so close in that they understand that it's almost like Liam is playing through his body because he's the coach on the field for him, right? Like Liam's living vicariously through his illegitimate son, Baker Mayfield.
Like a Freaky Friday thing?
Like
in each other's bodies?
Like he's reunited with a son that he gave up for adoption or didn't know about years and years ago, and now he's got a chance to coach his Little League football team. He comes in and he does it, and they bond, and now they're like, they can't let that go. It's a Hallmark fucking movie.
Sam. I get the feeling when I just said Freaky Friday and they're in each other's body that you have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
I understand what you're referring to. Haven't
You've
actually
never
watched the
seen
movie.
Freaky Friday.
Never watched it. I understand what it's about. I get the body
Son of a
switching between the parent and the adult, or the adult and the child at some point going to school or something like that.
Yeah.
It happens at some point in the movies. There's like 4 or 5 of these, I'm assuming, that have happened, that have come out. But no, I have not
Dude,
watched
that's
those.
actually Jonas Steckler's favorite movie, evidently. Freaky Friday.
Listen,
Crazy.
Liam is not going anywhere, and it's not because Liam is an idiot and he's going to pass up the money. It's because the Bucs know they have a Sean McVay, a Shanahan type of guy possibly on their staff, and they're just not going to let him go. But you also just can't fire Todd if you win 7 or 8 games straight. You just can't.
You can't.
You can't. But I know
Tony Dungy got fired.
But no, yeah, but that was
Tony
very different.
Dungy got fired by this ownership group.
But that was
because
different.
He couldn't get over the hump.
No, but that was different. They brought him in. They said, "Hey, you got to make changes on the offensive side." And he said, "No, I'm not firing my offensive coordinator. That's how we're going to run the ball. We're going to run the ball. We're going to pass on 3rd down, and Trent Dilfer's going to do what Trent Dilfer does." Now, I think he had Brad Johnson back then, but either way. And they said, "No, you're going to do what we need. We need the offensive change." And he said, "No." And him saying no was their way of saying, "All right, see you later." They gave him that line in the sand, right? I think they did the same thing to Gruden. Gruden, you got to give up this and that. We can't have this guy doing this. He's like, "No, I'm doing it my fucking way." It's like, "All right, see you later. Keep it moving." But what again? Bring Todd Bowles and be like, "Hey, you got to change your offense." I did 3 times. I got rid of Byer. I overhauled my entire defensive staff, and I still think he has to do some more of that. But I just don't see a scenario where he wins 7 or 8 straight games and they fire him.
Hey, Izzy, you spent a lot of time in that closet, trapped in the closet. Have you thought about this scenario? What are your feelings on the whole Liam Cohen situation?
I don't think the Glazers are going to let him go, to be honest. I really do believe that they have something with Liam right now. They saw what they had with Dave Canales last season, and before they could even make a move, Dave saw what was going on in Carolina, saw that job open up, saw his buddy from Seattle become the GM, and he jumped ship. I think Liam is seeing that same thing. He saw that play out, came to Tampa. He had Baker for those 5 games in LA, had that continuity, and decided to come over here with Mike, Chris, and everybody else and, become one of the best OCs in the game today. And I truly believe that this team, they're going to do everything in their power to keep him. I don't believe that he's going to leave out.
Izzy, I love you, bro.
I'm sorry,
I really do. You went glasses on glasses, didn't you?
Yeah. But
here's
I have to ask you, why did you turn on your tanning lamp? Like, what is going on over there right now?
Hold on, wait. I think I could adjust.
What is happening? You turned that closet light on that I told you to leave off? That one that has the one string that just you click it down.
What is happening in that closet, bro? What is going on?
Put them. Look, listen. Put them on your forehead so you have 4 eyes. Technically, just wear them like that's fine. I'll accept that. You are so
Holy
fucking
shit.
blind. You can't
It's
wear
amazing.
sunglasses, and now you're also lighting the sun up in front of you for some reason. What is happening? You don't need the sun. At least he's like, if I'm wearing sunglasses, should be some sun. It doesn't make sense otherwise. Like, how are you getting worse at this? I don't understand.
Normally it's Stank with Stank is the one with the lighting issues because
every show is worse than the next. How is that possible?
How are you getting worse? Your intern's supposed to progress. Like I'm about to get an intern to do your job now.
You need an intern. Izzy needs his own intern.
We need an intern to do what this intern's supposed to do so that you can learn from him how to do an intern's job. We need an intern.
Hey.
We need an intern example.
Wait. Can I say something real quick? Bill Byers, leave the lazy eye alone, okay? If I could get this thing straight, I would.
Oh, come on, listen,
bro.
hey.
Why would you ever? First of all, God
Liam
made
Cohen.
you beautiful, bro.
Liam Cohen has 2 lazy eyes, dude. You see that?
Liam Cohen, bro. He's out there winning with 2 different size eyes, bro. That should be what you look to attain in life. There.
When they first brought him into camp, he was yelling at Mike, and Chris was like, I'm running a post. What are you talking about? He's like, he's like,
me?
He's like, I'm not talking to you. And then Bucky's like, what did I do? He's like, no, I'm not talking to you either. I'm talking to Mike. And I was running a post.
Yeah, the beautiful thing is, bro, you go from the distraction that is just an absolute gorgeous dime piece of a human in Dave Canales. Then you got that guy rolling into the meeting room and you don't even know if he's actually talking to you.
Yeah, he's got 2 fucking googly eyes just stuck to his fucking skull.
Hey. So Mudfit Matt says, I need a service dog over here.
Yeah, dude, wow. Like I don't think I've ever met anybody so blind that they can't even use sunglasses.
I like it, bro. I like it. I feel like having Izzy on the team now.
Two glasses thing. Just
having Izzy on the team, we'll both qualify for handicap parking spots now. Having him on the team, so I like it. I like it, bro.
Yeah, the whole staff gets it. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out a way to get Zoom to function with Braille somehow for him now. Get some Braille incorporated.
Closed captions.
Closed captioning. Yeah, closed cap. We're gonna have to close captioning for him with like a teleprompter so he knows what to say.
Fuck?
Yeah, all right, let's get back on. Let's get on track. All right, go ahead. Hurry up, Izzy.
You brought up Mike Evans in that beautiful segment. Can we talk about Mike Evans going for like half of the amount of yards passing wise, 159 with 2 touchdowns on the day. He now has 741 total yards.
He's close. He's close to 750. I know that.
750, yeah. So he only needs about like 240 something, 260 something to get 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
A lot of people were wondering if he was ever going to get it after missing 3 games.
Yeah, you bring up a salty spot for me, honestly. You know, I don't get why he wasn't in at the end of the game. You got Kyle Trask in there now, right? You already have that guy with a 150. Now you got Kyle in there. You know how many more yards Mike could have ended up with? Him and Kyle, we already know the connection from preseason and at practice. So think about what we could have had. I feel like he could have got the entire rest of the salary.
You wanted them to put Trask in and just, hey, Mike, go ball. Just run, dude.
Yeah, bro.
I got you.
Fucking Kyle, you don't get, how often do you get a chance to catch a pass from Kyle Trask?
Not very often. Put in that 6'3" quintessential quarterback body behind 6'5" now. Wow.
He's 5, bro.
He's 6'5". He grew 2 inches.
6'5", bro.
Wow.
Dude, Kyle Trask did amazing handing the ball off when he did.
You're damn right he did.
But like, do we really? You know what? I'm gonna let you have this one.
No.
I'm gonna let you have this one.
You should let me have this one, all right? Because
you know what?
Have you ever seen a better handoff? No. I'm gonna answer it for you. Absolutely not. I finally breathed a sigh of relief when Kyle was in there because you just never know what you're gonna get with Baker Mayfield. He's all crazy.
There's a present exploding on the screen right now. Joel.
Yes, there is. Joel L. Rican gifting 5 Loose Cannon podcast memberships. Good golly, how you doing? And also, look, I understand that you are a Trask can. Is that what I hear? A Trask can? Is that what you call yourself?
Trask, comma, can.
Trask,
okay, he can.
Okay, look, I understand you're a Trask, comma, can.
Yeah.
And he did amazing with the handoffs. Yeah, he really did. But was he the one that got paid that 3-year, $100 million contract?
Izzy, we're not debating fucking Kyle Trask. He baited you. All right, just stop talking about.
Not yet.
Listen.
Thank you, Joel.
Let's talk a little bit about Mike Evans before we go to the next topic. I will say this. It's nice that they finally realized we need to get him involved and make him part of the fucking game plan, and that's going to open up things for a lot of people. But don't underestimate what a guy like Jalen McMillan and Sterling Shepard converting 3rd downs across the middle has done to help Mike Evans also not be the focus of the defense. When that happens in unison like that, things open up for the entire offense. And I believe that they are going to get him the ball 11 to 12 times target-wise every week from here on out. I just don't imagine a scenario where they're going to fail him, and they weren't pressing it. He was getting open. That scramble by Baker and him telling the running back, or Rashad, I think it was, to move over, and everyone bid on that nonsense, and he just said, fuck it. And he just fucking down the sidelines to Mike, who every time I've seen him tightrope walk, he usually falls out of bounds after 4 or 5 yards. Didn't. He goes back in. Jalen McMillan gets that little, oop, I didn't mean to block you, but I did block. Dude, it was awesome. It was awesome. And then from that point forward, it was game over. You just feel the tides turn. But Stank, listen, we had that losing streak, all right? Everyone's afraid we're not going to win the division. Are we even going to make the wild card? And now the Bucs hold all the cards in their hands. They control their destiny. They are currently, somehow, the number 3 seed. The number 3 seed in the NFC. All right. They will be hosting a playoff game in Tampa if it continues on. And more likely, if the seeds don't change, as you see on the screen there, we will be hosting the Green Bay Packers, who we opened up a can of whoop ass on last year in Green Bay. Are they going to come salty? Might want a little bit of revenge? I don't think they're a great football team. Bucs have a pretty good chance against that team. And then if all plays out well, we would have another rematch for the third straight time in Detroit against the Detroit Lions, the number 1 seed. And will we get our revenge for last year's playoff and win in the playoffs this time? Or will they be pretty salty over us being the one team that beat them up until last week, or up until this past Sunday, when we beat them earlier in the year, which, by the way, was the only time that team's been held in check, and that was without Vita Vea and Antoine Winfield Jr., and arguably, we played our best defensive game yesterday since that game. So, Bucs are in a really good spot right now, Stank. Really good spot.
I think Detroit's done. That's it.
They lost Montgomery today. I think their
party's over. They still got grit. They're still going to be a tough out, but I'm not afraid of that football team whatsoever. First of all, we beat them already. Yeah. When they were healthy, when we were healthy last season, we went toe to toe with them in their house. They don't scare me whatsoever. And I know we're projecting a little bit, but that's fun. It's fun to do this. We don't often get a chance to do this, so I'm not scared of anybody in the NFC. That's the crazy thing. Like you said, Philly can come have it, bro. You come on. Philly can come anytime, right? There's just not a team that scares me at all. As long as we don't beat ourselves.
The Eagles, in my opinion, are the best team in the NFC. They are much different though than when we face them, Stank. They are a juggernaut of a running team. I get it. We haven't been great at stopping the run. We were getting a little bit better the last couple of weeks. Not really that great against the Raiders, but we did really well this week. They didn't have their starter, obviously, but we let the Raiders back a 4th stringer do a bunch of damage to us. So it was a step up. And again, we didn't have all of our guys. And then the Eagles didn't have A.J. Brown in that game. The Eagles have also, straightened some stuff out, but they still have some weird. They don't really pass the ball very well. It's very odd. And they're just a running team. If they come up against the Bucs and we're able to stop their run, I really think that we can get after them. And Todd Bowles seems to know how to play this team. For all the shit that people give him, he seems to understand how to play that offense. Last year in the playoffs, this year in the regular season, he just knows how to play this team. And so, I'm with you, Stank. I really don't I'm not afraid of any of these guys, but the Bucs are in a rare position where they hold the cards in their hands. They just got to continue to win. They got to avoid what could be a trap game against a Cowboys team that's kind of playing better, has a little bit of a chip on their shoulder for no reason because they're out of it, but somehow they're in the hunt. But, continue doing what you're doing as Bucs team right now, especially on offense. And I think this defense is coming along. You kind of weather the storm without Antoine Winfield, and then you get him back. The Bucs are in a really good fucking position, man. And that's something we would never talked about maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago, but here we are. They are.
Can you mute this guy in the chat? Michael Plus, I think his name is. He came in here just to say Ryan Neal at linebacker.
I mentioned it. He was awesome. It was awesome.
That's the first thing he does is talk about Ryan Neal in this chat.
No, Ryan Neal deserves some credit, man. The only time Ryan Neal played well was last season when Todd used him as a linebacker. We talked about it on Twitter. If you used him a linebacker, that'd be great. And everyone's like, Todd's too stupid to do that. He's a dummy. He would never do that. He doesn't know. What does he fucking do yesterday? Played him at fucking linebacker. Did you hear Ryan Neal's name and did you throw your glass at the TV while screaming it? No. I don't even know it was Ryan Neal till like 3 or 4 plays later. I was like, oh shit, that was Ryan Neal. Fuck yeah, that was awesome. Hell yeah, man. I don't ever want
to talk about him on the show again.
Pless is awesome for saying that. We talked about it earlier though, Pless. Maybe join the show on time, Pless. How about that?
Yeah, what the fuck, bro? Here we are. We're at the end of the show. You're just showing up all late.
Pless, you're on the show Thursday. We're gonna have you come in and showcase the 6-man front that we saw this week and a little bit last week. We're going to talk about that. Bring your film, break down some 6-man front tape on Thursday. Yeah, and we're going to talk about that. We'll preview the Bucs Cowboys Sunday Night Football game, by the way, folks. Sunday Night Football. That's pretty damn dope, man. That is pretty damn dope. Another primetime game for the Bucs. You have BTS Dick, and that's going to make you really afraid.
Dick.
And you're afraid of the Showtime games, but
we don't play well on primetime, bro.
I think that's gone, man. I think that's gone. Baker loves Baker loves primetime.
We don't win on the West Coast. We don't play well in cold weather, and we don't play well on primetime. Right? Isn't that what they always said?
Well, we've beaten all those things.
No, those were always the things that people used to say about this team. We couldn't win on the West Coast. The cold weather thing. You probably weren't even born. You don't even know.
No, I remember
anything about that.
I remember that, and then I remember
about Izzy. Izzy wasn't born.
Izzy has no idea what cold weather even is. So, and then we beat the Cincinnati Bengals with John Gruden in Cincinnati. I believe it was a 35-0 game. in the cold. It was I don't know if there was some snow before or after the game, but it was pretty cold. It was pretty chilly. I believe a Gator wide receiver caught a touchdown in that game.
Damn right they did.
35.
We had every Gator wide receiver. We had Riedel, we had Ike.
No. It was a white one.
Vasquez.
It was a white one. McGriff.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Travis McGriff.
We were number 84 back then, yeah.
Travis McGriff. Yep. Fred McGriff's son.
I don't know about that, but okay. Anyways, hey, make sure you guys hit the like button
Yeah.
if you haven't already, and hit that subscribe button if you are new. And of course, don't forget, throughout these shows, there's so much stuff that happens in the chat that we need you guys.
Don't end the show. Keep talking. Don't end the show. I'm going to give something away.
We need super chats in order to catch you guys making amazing comments. It's a little hard to follow along. Stank's going to go get something he wants to give away.
Okay.
And at some point this week, we will announce when we're going to do that roast show. And yeah, look at that. We got a signed Brad Johnson jersey that would look amazing. I have one of these actually. Oh, I have a nice one. Not a nice one, but like a game worn team issued one. But that's still pretty fucking dope either way. That would go nice on the wall, guys. Nice on a wall.
I've been holding on to this Brad Johnson jersey for a while. I may have taken it out, maybe worn it around the house a little bit. I may have shot hoops just in this jersey, doing little tricks and trying to do what big bad Brad does, right? But I'm ready to hand it off.
You okay?
I'm ready to hand it off to one of you. And this is how you're going to do it. Okay. All right. The best comment, not in the chat, the best comment on the show, post comments, down where on the show itself, the best comment wins. And you know who gets to decide? I do. All right.
And the
best comment.
The guy in the chat who asked what size is the jersey, this is not a jersey you wear.
What if he wants to wear it?
No, it's a signed jersey. It goes on a wall in a frame.
Let the man wear it.
No.
Okay.
No. And also the signed jerseys.
Maybe he wants to make love to his beautiful wife.
On the auction sites, they're usually like XXX size or 2X.
Like 2X, 3X. I actually have one in the closet, and actually,
you're in a closet.
You gave me an idea.
Yeah. Are you going to put something up in that closet?
No, I have a signed Buccaneers jersey as well.
You need a shelf in there to hang up your clothes. That's what your closet needs. I don't. Yeah, you need a closet for your clothes.
Just like Harry Potter, that's the closet under the stairs. Izzy actually lives there, bro. That's his whole room. That's his closet. That's his bedroom.
He lives under a closet.
He lives under the stairs.
Harry Potter lives in a closet?
See, dude, that's why you need to watch Harry Potter, because they are his step parents are so abusive to him, and I think you'll love that. I think you will love to see how they put that kid underneath the stairs.
Is he a shitty kid?
That's where he lives.
Is he a shitty kid?
You might think he is.
Yeah. What's he doing?
I know you're going to root for the villain, so yeah, you're not going to like Harry.
Listen, the last and only time I've ever cried in a movie, okay? You know that scene where they defeat Scar at the end of Lion King, and then he's kind of left all alone, and then the hyenas that he's been abusing the entire time show up, and then they kind of just fucking attack him, and then it's kind of it pans off of him and just implies that they're gonna eat him and tear him to shreds. I cried right then in that moment. It was, I've never been able to watch that movie again. Honestly.
Fun fact: one of those hyenas was in our locker room post game. They got into the locker room post game. Watch the post game clip. I tweeted it out earlier. The Bucs tweeted it out. There was a live hyena in the locker room. Some people saw. I thought it was Kyle Trask. I don't know, but there was somebody in there making hyena noises. It was amazing.
Izzy, I don't want to put your business out there, but yeah, we've been actually collecting these super chats to help Izzy's hairline. Currently, he's wearing.
Whoa! Now you're going after my man's hairline?
No, they are. The people have noticed.
All right, show your hairline. Show your headline, Sammer.
Hey, look, Rogaine only works so well with people here and there. This man got the freshest hairline around.
No, bro, he's got that going forward. He's got that going forward.
Nah, man, I got actual hair. Izzy looks like. Listen, I didn't. Like I said, people in the chat are noticing. All right, man. I'm just saying.
People in the chat are noticing. Oh man,
they're coming after me.
Oh, I just realized that. Here, I'll do it for the people actually on camera. See, look, I got real hair. It's real hair. Come on. Actually, you know what? I had to watch a game yesterday, Stank. I had to watch the game from a wedding. Okay, looking fresh as hell. Black on black on black on black suit. Okay, always.
Yeah, I had to watch the game from a yoga party.
Yoga party? the hell's
A
a
yoga
Yeah.
party?
Why am I out
A
of
yoga party. Yeah, there's such a thing.
Yeah. See,
Yoga
no,
party.
mine was cooler, but yeah. So now here's the dilemma, Stank. I got to ask you this before we end the show, and I ask the people in the chat here. We won while I was wearing the suit. So am I now stuck in a lucky suit every Sunday?
Yeah.
Ooh, lucky suit.
Yeah.
I like it.
Am I now going to become watch football game in the suit guy?
Was it a white suit?
Oh, no, black on black on black. The only thing that wasn't black solid was the carbon fiber tie, but everything else is black. Yeah.
This man right here had the murdered out suit to begin with, and they got a win. I think you keep it going.
It's a mafia look. If I show up to the stadium like that, there's some patting down going on.
Mudfish Matt says Sammer got the LeBron hairline. Accurate.
No.
Accurate.
No, mine's not way back here, though.
It's
I got
got
hey, hold on.
He's wearing that Tiger Woods.
Hey,
yeah.
hold on now. They're coming after you, Sammer. They should hold on to that.
Yeah, they're dumb.
Hey,
No,
everybody
they're
in the
idiots.
chat, everybody out there, hold on to that
The
energy.
only people
Please keep it.
who are trying to roast me in the chat are the ones who don't know how to operate a phone. That's why. That's what's going on. See?
No. I get it. And it sucks that they don't know how to operate a phone or the internet. But keep that energy. Please bring that smoke, because Friday we are having that roast session. And if you try to come after any of us,
You're not
it's
allowed to
game
talk
over.
on the show, though. Don't you get it?
No, I'm just saying though.
You
Okay.
don't even get to defend yourself.
No,
I
you're
don't get
gonna.
it. Oh, come
you're
on, you gotta
gonna.
at least let me get one.
No, remember, you're gonna open up the show by singing R&B.
That's right. Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
no,
You
I
have
thought
to
you forgot
sing.
about that.
You keep on talking about the show. You forgot. You gotta open it up with a serenade. You are one of Poppy Latte's children, and so you just need to tap into that.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna start the show with a little bit of R&B. I remember not Stank. Izzy, send me the song that you're gonna start off with, so that I can get the instrumental, so I can play the music for you, man. So you can really Whitney Houston it out, dude. It's gonna be awesome. You know what song you're gonna sing? You want to give us a little taste?
Mm-mm. I gotta keep it. I gotta keep it. Gotta keep it off the side. You know, I gotta surprise the people.
I got surprised people. All right.
Hammer, Corey Richardson's all up in the chat. You know that he's not even a member. His name's not even in green. Can you believe that? Can you believe that?
And then he goes, "Read my comment," is what he says in the chat. What?
No super chat, not even subscribe. Probably never even liked the show.
Why are you even giving him attention then?
His name isn't because sometimes you got to call people out. All right. Listen, he's no stranger to being called out. As everybody knows, if you're an old school fan of this show, he's one of the first people that Sammer had to punish live on one of our streams.
Yeah.
Just for fuckery. Yeah.
So this is what happened.
punished.
We went to the the Bucs and LA Rams game in LA. Okay. And we had a little, we had a little party, and this guy shows up with a friend of his. Okay. And his friend is wearing a New Orleans Saints t-shirt. He's a Saints fan.
Unfucking believable.
Wasn't a surprise to Corey from Nashville. He knew his friend was a Saints fan. And when I said, "Is your friend wearing a Saints shirt?" And he goes, "Oh, man." And the friend's like, "Yeah, I'm a Saints fan." And this guy goes, "Motherfucker, I told you not to wear it, bro. I told you." He knew. He was trying to bring in a Saints fan under the radar. He wanted to stow away Saints fan, basically, in our party. So that immediately, if you were going to remain in the family, you're going to have to cut off a finger. Like, that's just how it works.
Yeah.
And so what we made him do, Izzy, was do the one chip challenge.
Oh shit!
On air,
on stream.
We had him come on. He was a co-host with us throughout the show, and he kept. We were doing a call-in type of thing too. So he kept trying to get more people to call in to delay the inevitable. But eventually, I said, "Enough is a fuck enough." We took Lou's last call, and then we went to him and we had him eat the chip on air. And he drank gallons of milk and water and ice. It wasn't working. It was getting worse and worse as the show went on.
Yeah, I felt bad.
We were laughing our asses off. And he had a story to tell afterwards. So they were on their way to a funeral or a wedding. I can't remember what it was. And so he got in the car that same day and he drove on the highway, right? And at one point he had to stop and run off the side of the highway. He had to run into the woods because he couldn't even get to the bathroom and he had to shit his brains out.
He's shit in the woods.
Violent, spicy shit coming out of his ass. And then he's just laid down in the grass in a fetal position for like 20, 30 minutes. His wife had to go find him in the woods, leaving their children in the car. I think he's a minivan guy, which is even more embarrassing. She had to drag him back to the car after he had shit his brains out. I mean, spicy is not fun coming out. Imagine
what's wrong
one
with being a
chip challenge.
minivan guy, bro? Just because Corey drives a 1993 Dodge Caravan and you're gonna shame him live here on the show, that's fucked up.
He earned that L. He brought a Saints fan to your party.
You're right.
Hey, he
You're
did
right.
it. He paid his debt and he was allowed back in the family. But that's just how it works. So for you fuckers out there who even think this shit's a game, it's not. Okay, this is a family. It's a real thing. And this, you want to be taken on a yacht trip. Don't do any dumb shit and bring Saints fans to my fucking parties. Pretty simple.
There's only one rule.
Shameful moments in the history of my Buck fandom. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe he even looked at the guy and said, "Man, I told you not to wear that shirt." Like he tried to sneak him in.
Bruh, Corey, how dare you, bro? How dare you? The audacity.
If he hadn't done that, Corey would be the intern and not Izzy. But he messed up.
Izzy, Bill Byer is your friend in the chat. I gotta agree with him, honestly. He says that you should sing R. Kelly Trapped in the Closet.
I think so too.
That's just perfect. That's what you're singing Friday. You need to go download the lyrics, and that's what you're singing Friday to open up the show. So there's no, you don't have a choice.
You don't have to do all 13 parts of that.
Either you sing that or you eat a chip on live on stream.
Just do
you gotta be kidding me.
Just do one of the 13 parts. Don't do the 13 parts. I prefer the part the part where they get caught with the midget in the kitchen. That's my favorite part. So that's the one I think you should sing. But yeah, it's that or the one chip challenge. We still have time for you to order the one chip from the Amazon. So it's up to you, Izzy. It's in your court. I'm going to make you decide, though, right now, and then we're going to end the show. You ready?
Yeah.
What is your decision? Are you going to sing R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet, or are you doing the one chip challenge to open up the show? You got to sit
Fuck it, R. Kelly. I'm not doing
exactly.
Hell yeah.
That's an easy choice.
Hell yeah. See? nothing like some good old-fashioned bullying, blackmail.
Potentially dying on
and peer
stream.
pressure, yeah.
Right? Or just, singing an R. Kelly song. I mean, that's an easy choice.
Also, one more thing. Fuck the Saints.
Hell yeah. Hey, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe button. We'll be back on Thursday to actually do an actual, Bucs-related type of show. And it might be Wednesday. It might be Friday. We'll figure it out tomorrow. We will make the announcement of when we're going to do that call-in roast show where you get to call in, okay? You get to roast us or you give us your best/worst Bucs take. And then, whoever does a great job, multiple people could win. We're going to just give out fucking merch from our site. It'll be fun. It'll be awesome. And if you roast us, though, you're going to stay on the line and we're going to talk to you and then we're going to fucking destroy your... Just everything that you have left in terms of self-confidence will be out the window. We met Danny DeVito last time we did this. So
we did.
Just keep that in mind. Don't
forget giving this away to the best comment of this show. Unless there isn't a best comment, and maybe I'll wait and give it away during the roast. I don't know.
This is what you do, Stank. Give them time to get their comments in, and we announce the winner on that roast show.
All right, we announce it live on the roast. Get your comments in. If there's no good comments, I'm not giving it away. So it's got to be fucking good.
Yeah, and I don't want Stank to have that jersey, so we're gonna figure out a way to get a winner. Okay? Because Anyway, Izzy, terrible job. You're not getting better.
So bad.
I don't know really where we're going to go from here at this point. I think maybe next episode we'll just try you not talking. Maybe don't give us stats so that we don't have to worry about if you're wrong. Maybe that's the way to go. Stank, terrible again. This show kind of sucked, honestly.
Okay, I carried you as usual.
This show kind of sucked. To be honest. Show kind of sucked. Hey, like and subscribe. Love you guys. Bye. Go Bucs.
It's kickoff, set it off. Go to Vegas, bet it all. Put it on the Bucs win, whoever they gon' play gon' fall. Don't say I ain't told y'all. Loose cannons gon' fold y'all. Yeah, the Heat be 9-3, but it gets real cold in the fall. That's when the season start. Bucs come in 40 hard. Win after win, ripping the division apart. Panthers, they pussycats. Falcons got bird flu. Take the Ravens and Dolphins and open up a zoo. Cause one thing's for sure, better than the Bucs, they show lane. And every day in Tampa Bay, we say fuck the Saints. We in Tampa Bay, baby. 813 going crazy. Tampa, boy. This Bucs podcast be the greatest. Loose cannons blasting on them haters.